Nowadays, people are really struggling with their jobs. They're finding it so difficult to get it as jobs are very few in formal sector. So there is a shift towards informal sectors. There is a shift in favor of casualization. What does it mean? We need to understand, we need to analyze the employment situation in the country. It is important to understand because tomorrow you will be a part of workforce. You need to understand how a worker is considered to be different from labor. You need to understand how a workforce is different from a labor force. You need to understand the details of workforce participation rate and so many other such similar concepts. It is important because on the basis of these concepts, you can choose your career path. So let us understand these basic concepts and how they are different from each other. Let's begin. Hello everyone. Welcome to our EcoStudies channel. I am Poonam Vohra, your instructor from Medyupt Economics Learning Center, bringing 28 years of dedicated CBSE teaching experience. We are releasing series for our 4 subjects to give you an insight of the offered courses on our website that will enable you to prepare well and score well in your CBSE and CUET examination. Before we jump onto the concepts, if you haven't already, then hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you do not lose out on any of our free, valuable videos. And if you like the content, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Follow us on our Instagram and Facebook page. Now, let's get started. Let's understand few very basic concepts. To begin with, who's considered as a worker? All those people who are engaged in the economic activities are considered as workers. These are either hired or self-employed. Hired workers are employed by others and are paid wages and salaries. These can either be regular or casual workers. Regular workers are hired on permanent basis and they get social security benefits. These account for 15% of India's workforce, whereas casual workers are not hired on permanent basis, nor do they get any social security benefits. And these account for 33% of the total India's workforce. Self-employed workers use their own resources to earn their living. They provide jobs to themselves and more than 50% of the workforce in India belongs to this category. So one can find worker population ratio, which is total number of workers divided by total population into 100. If this ratio is higher, it means that the engagement of people in economic activities is high. And if this ratio is low, it means very high proportion of the population is not involved in the economic activity. Next concept is labor force and workforce. All members of the population are not supposed to be engaged in economically productive activities. Very young, that is below 15 years of age, very old, physically and mentally challenged, with few exceptions, are excluded. Thus, those who can and should produce goods and services constitute labor force. This is potential labor force. A further deduction has to be made for the people who are engaged in household activities and are not willing to work. So labor force includes all those who are engaged in the economically productive activities and all those who can be so engaged. To be precise, it includes employed and unemployed workers. So one can find labor force participation rate, that is labor force divided by the size of population into 1000. Workforce constitutes all those who are actually engaged in economically productive activities. And workforce participation rate is workforce divided by size of population into 1000. So participation rates are either in percentage or per thousand. So labor force is employed and unemployed persons and workforce is number of persons working. So unemployed persons can be found by deducting workforce from the labor force. To learn more, visit our website and enroll in our courses to master the concepts in economics. You will find more than 300 lecture videos aligned with the latest recommendations of CBSE curriculum. And with our current introductory offer, you can enroll in each of the course for just rupees 999. So seize the opportunity and join before the introductory offer expires and score high grades in CBSE examination as well as in CUET entrance examination. Like, share and subscribe to EcoStudies channel. Also drop a comment. See you in the next session for another concept. Thank you.